Good evening, everyone. Welcome to closing comments here on January 15th. Let's jump right into our charts and see what happened in the markets today. First up today, we got our February live cattle on the board. This will be our last day covering this February contract, as we have seen this April 26 contract overtake February in terms of volume. So this will be the new front month going forward, but we'll finish out this week with February and get started on April next week. We did see some upside here in this February contract. However, this was the weakest of the bunch. We did have more strength here in these back month live contracts as well as that feeder market. But here for today, we did see this February contract did poke back above that bull pivot at 235.62, finishing the day back above 236. Here on intraday charts, we can see some nice pressure getting built up here once again on this 236.20 level. Multiple touches here today, looking like the bulls should carry some of this momentum into tomorrow's session. Look for bids above 236.20 to take this market right back up to this 237.5 level. This is going to be a magnet to price here, so we should see price snap up there early tomorrow. And if the bulls are really rolling and wanting to finish this week on a high note, we should see them push through that 237.5 level and get rolling up there into the 240s. So that would be the 238.55 level here, the corresponding level here on this April contract. So look for bids above today's high to keep us pushing higher here on this February contract. We should see 239 trade and keep this up, this big picture uptrend rocking and rolling. Live cattle markets looking good and strong. We should see the upside continue here and close out the week on a high note and take that momentum into next week as well. Look for the upside to continue here across that live cattle market. Now over in the feeder market, we did see a nice strong push higher. This market making new weekly highs today and finishing on the highs, pushing all the way up there towards 364.5. Nice recovery down here between late yesterday's action and today's early action at our bull pivot. We did see good support stepping in here at that 358.75 level. Nice breakout early right off that opening range and then rallying all day long, showing a lot of good strength here in this feeder market. Should be pretty smooth sailing here for these feeders all the way up here to this overhead gap that started from this big breakdown. Look for 370 to trade over the next couple days to weeks here as this uptrend's rolling, and we should see this live cattle market snap back up to some new all-time highs here as we move into the late part of January here. So look for this upside to continue. Uptrend is looking good and strong here across both live and feeder markets. We should see cattle prices continue to climb from here. March corn futures continuing to turn around down here after Monday's big breakdown. Price just hanging out down here right around 420. Around these overextended levels. Price has seen a pretty big breakdown with that following that WASD report earlier this week. Big picture downtrend remains intact now that we're trading below the bottom end of this range. This market is trading down here at some oversold levels, so if we do get a rally back above the last couple days highs right around 425, we should see this thing coast back up here into our major moving average before seeing some resistance start to step in. We should see sellers get aggressive if we do get any sort of rally here over the next couple days or early next week. Sellers will be waiting to push this market lower once again. We have a downtrend starting to shape up here in this corn market. At the moment, this thing's just kind of churning around down here at these oversold levels, but we should see this downside continue here over the long term. And next up, our crude oil futures snapping right back to that 59 level. Over the last couple weeks, this 58.88 level, roughly 59 bucks, has been a pretty key line in the sand here for this crude oil market. Seeing a nice snap late last week above it and pushing early this week all the way up into the low 60s before getting rejected here between yesterday and today's action, selling off back down here towards 59. How we finish the week tomorrow is going to be pretty crucial. If the bears want to keep this downtrend rolling and just see this little bit of a short covering rally fade, we need to see the bears push back down below 59 and trade again once below our major moving averages. If the bulls were serious about this rally here, we want to see support continue to hold here at 59 and try and push this market back up into the low 60s. But at the moment, the bears continue to have the upper hand in the big picture trend, and this might be all the upside they're willing to give here after that short covering rally. So 59 just continues to be the line in the sand here. How we finish the week tomorrow is going to be a big tell for how this crude oil market's going to trade throughout the rest of the month. Above or below 59 should lead the next leg, and that all depends on tomorrow's close. So look for opening range breaks to hold above or below 59 here. Just have to wait and see how the market reacts, but that should lead the next leg from here, and we'll have to wait and see how that plays out and have a little bit better idea on direction here as we go into next week. But at the moment, looking like this is about all the upside this market's willing to have, and we should see the sellers continue to push this market back down here into the high 50s. And equity markets also seeing good recovery here today. S&P pushing back above the prior day's high and finding support at that 20-day moving average. Finishing the day a little off the highs, but still in uptrend territory. Just going to see this S&P futures contract continue to just climb higher slowly. We continue to have a little bit of divergence here amongst the NASDAQ and the Dow. NASDAQ is still trying to put up pressure here on this 25,900, 26,000 level, seeing good support at the major moving averages, exactly what we want to see. We want to see the bulls continue to push through the top end of this level and get a close up here above these prior week highs, and that should give us the good confirmation that we need to keep this uptrend moving. NASDAQ continues to keep a weight on things. The Dow continuing to lead this market. Good strength here today after finding support at that 20-day moving average yesterday. We are within spitting distance of all-time highs here on the S&P and the Dow, so we should see those trades soon. Just need to get a little bit more buying pressure to push off the top of this level here in the NASDAQ, and that should carry us higher. Altogether, though, this market looks strong and healthy, and we should see this upside continue. Look for this uptrend to keep on rolling here throughout the month of January. That's all we got for this week, folks. Appreciate you tuning in. To closing comments here for throughout the week. We will catch you over the weekend for our Week 3 Market Watch. Thanks for tuning in, and everyone have a good night.